A place that taught me the differences between right and wrong.
Alright guys, it's time for the Drykage review. We've got some awesome Drytron lists that you guys submitted in the Drytron Duelist Facebook group and that I was able to run into and kind of just see throughout the days. Of course, this is not a comprehensive list of everybody who's topped with Drytron recently, but I grabbed some lists of those who either top big events, locals, regionals, YCSs, and I'm kind of giving some feedback on these particular lists. So we're going to go through them one at a time, and we're going to give credit to where credit is due, of course, and without further ado, let's hop into it. We're starting off with a guy who's actually going to be on here twice to kick things started. I want to start with him, because you might have seen this list already. I'm not sure where else it's been posted, but in case you've already seen it, you can feel free to skip that. The craziest list is going to be at the end, so you guys want to make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see that list, because boom, that's all I got to say. Anyway, starting things off, this is the 60-card hand trap filled list from Jorrit van den Langenberg. He got first place at a regional across the pond, and this was a while back. I don't want to say it was like super duper recent, but like I can't think of the best timing for it. I can't exactly remember what it was, but this was another list that was recommended for me to take a look at. So without further ado, I'm gonna go through the cards really quick, and I'm gonna give my like general take and like things I would do differently. So again, super quick here. We got the triple nib, triple ash, double veiler, double ogre, triple alpha, triple delta, triple gamma, triple zeta, all maxing out on names. That makes sense to me, especially in a 60 card list. Why would you not max out on names? I feel like that kind of is just given. So good call there, Jorrit. Definitely a good call there. Now we get into the interesting part. I'm going to go through the rituals first. We'll double back to the bricks. 1 Ben 10, 1 Medionis, 1 Ida 10, Natasha, Bethor, 1 Ophiel, 2 Fool, and that's it for the rituals. So to talk about the rituals here, definitely, again, so this might have been before we improved the Jordy lock, or this might have been, like, you know, before we were all in agreement, but I feel very strongly still about double Ophiel, 1 Fool. I'm just going to continue to advocate that, and I think I might have to say that in almost every list that we see today, because, unfortunately, people just haven't realized it yet. Some people just aren't in the loop yet. But, bricks, we got Scythe, Celestial, Dasher, playing double Diviner and the 1 Manju. I see the logic here because if you look in the extra deck, we do have the Abyss Dweller, we don't have the Chaos Valkyrie, so it seems like he might be trying to swerve that a little bit, which is interesting. It's fair. It's a cool strategy, but again, I think that myself, Jordy, have switched to the Chaos Valk build, which is just more efficient. And then I think we went through all the monsters, so the spell count is jam-packed. 1 Call By, triple Crossout, triple Talons, triple Droplet, 1 Foolish, triple Nova, triple Fafnir, 1 Medionis, 1 Fusion Destiny, triple Cyber Emergency, and then double Imperm. So that's the main deck, 60 cards. I'll go through the extra and side real quick, and then I'm going to give my general take. In fact, I'm not even going to be repetitive here. You guys can see it on the screen. I'll point out the notable stuff. In this extra deck, there is nothing notable. I'm pretty, like, he's doing Unicorn and Phoenix. So and those are like the only 2 potential flex spots. No Boral Sword. That's kind of crazy to me. That's like it. But that's also, some people are choosing not to play that, so it's okay. The side deck, we're doing 2 Lancias. There was none in the main, which is interesting. Like, we're jam-packing it with hand traps. We're not even going to put in a darn Lancia that's searchable. Okay, fair enough. Token Collector, 1 D Shifter. That makes sense. That's smart. 2 of the Lightning Storm, triple Twin Twisters, 1 Droll. I mean, yeah, of course, to go with the cross out. And then 2 Anti-Spell and triple Appointer. So he kind of went harder on the hard-going first cards, considering how ready he was to go second in the main deck, which is totally fair. But, dude, I hate this build. I really do. I gotta be honest, I despise this build. We're doing 60... Dude, this looks like Brick City. Like, I said this when people first showed me this list, when it was making the rounds. And again, all respect and shout out to Jorrit. First place, dude, nice. But it looks like a brick fest. I just don't understand it. And yeah, I can't rationalize it. It's definitely not my style. I love the creativity. I just, you know, I feel like you're going to see 2 names not nearly often enough. So I get it. You can play it like a grind deck and kind of just grind out your opponent until you see 2 names using hand traps and things like that. But nah, man. This looks like a brick fest to me. But we're not done with Jorrit yet. So we're going to move on to his next deck list, which will be a bit more quick. We're going to do a compare and contrast. So here's his second list that we have on here that is credited for a top 4 and a top 8 in the regional circuit. And this one, I'm digging a heck of a lot more. And I'm going to be super duper quick on this one. I'm really just going to point out the changes here, things he did differently. So he's stuck to doing the... So obviously it's at 40 cards now. Big props to that. It already looks so much better that way. He's maxed out on consistency card, cut all the hand traps, all that garbage. He's stuck to one Manju in the main. We're still not maining Lancia, which is, alright, fair enough. He's still doing 2 Fool instead of 2 Ophiel, 1 Fool. So, kind of a biff there, but it's alright. He's also doing the Manju instead of the Chaos Falcon. So, I mean, that's cool. It works. I like it. I think it's a cool idea, because obviously Manju is a starter. When Chaos Valk is not a starter, some people could see it as a brick. I choose to see it as an extender. It's not a hard brick, it's more of a soft brick. But yeah, he cut the list down to 40. It looks pretty nice. Some of the concessions we made outside of the hand traps are, it looks to be like we took out a delta from the full name count, which is fair to keep it at that 40 mark. And obviously we cut Fafnir down to 1. That only made sense. But still playing droplets in the main, which is cool. That's the one going second card that is mained. In the extra deck, it looks like there is no significant changes, except for the addition of Access Code Talker, which looks like it came at the cost of... I tell you what, I can't tell what it is, so comment down below if you're smarter than me or more perceptive, or actually, like, I literally went back to look at it and I still couldn't tell what it was, so Logan Brain strikes again. Anyway, this is where we get into the nice stuff, is the side deck. The side deck is something just like Jordy would do. I love it. We got triple Lancia, triple Lava Golem, triple Cosmic, 1 Harpies, 1 Red Reboot, 1 Trap Trick, and then triple a Pointer. So he's basically side decking 4 copies of a Pointer, which is cute and cool. He's ready for all the good matchups. Honestly, I have no objections. That side deck looks amazing. So that's Jort's second list. You know what I'm going to do? Well, let's give these both ratings, okay? So for the first Jort list that we kind of already took a look at, this one right here, in my opinion, solid, but he did so well with it. I got to give it like a 6 out of 10, bro. Not for me. Not for me. No Drykage seal of approval on that one. However, this second list, it's looking like the way. It's looking pretty good. He adds his own flair into it, the way of doing his own combos, which are, you know, obviously same end goal, but cool way of doing it from the looks of things. Definitely moves up to like a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. So good stuff here. If I had to give it like a full breakdown, maybe that's something we can do in future episodes of this type of series. Like, you know, break it down by categories or whatever. I know there's a lot of people that do that, but I like doing this a bit more off the cuff. So that's kind of the perspective we're going off here. So that's it for Jort. Let's get this man out of here. So we can move on to another deck submitted by Mr. Tyler S. on the Drytron Duels Facebook group. I'm going to go through this one pretty quickly as well, but I'll point out the big things here. So he does definitely not maxed out names. We're doing, and he said this was a locals topping build, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So obviously we're taking a scale down from YCS topping and regional topping, take a step down to the local level. We got triple alpha, triple zeta, double gamma, double delta, and beta. He's playing the beta. He's playing. All right. Not a fan of this list. I can tell you that right now. Definitely not a fan of this list. I mean, of course, you know, respect to you, my man. I'm glad it's doing well for you, but get that beta out of here. Get out. Triple Diviner, no Megaliths. Okay, guys, there's no Megaliths in this list. We've got Dracodids, Ben 10, double. Why? I mean, I get it that you cut the Megaliths so you have room for more rituals, but why would you want to play double I to 10? You can just loop it. You want that extra Natasha steal that badly? Alright, so I'm going to tease this, and again, guys, if this video gets over 100 likes, we're definitely bringing you guys my freshest brand new Drytron list. We cut Ida 10 completely. I'm just going to say that, flat out. We don't even play that card anymore. So, I'd rather play Megaliths than play 2 Ida 10, that's for sure. You can put in, like, a Fool and an O-Feel and call it a day, honey. But, moving on. 1 Lancia, 1 Scythe. Cool, I agree with that. The bricks, and 1 copy of Fusion Destiny in the main, which is interesting. I love main in 2. We've got triple Nova, triple Emergency, 1 Fafnir, 1 Meteonis, triple Preparation of Rites, okay. Triple Droplets is the going second card. 2 Talents in the main, which is a pretty common thing in a lot of Drytron lists. If you see Jose's branded Drytron list, now I'm going to flag for you guys. I don't believe we put in any branded Drytrons in this particular video, but, you know, it's a thing that exists. For those of you who know and watch our stream, which you should definitely check out if you haven't already done so, be sure to check out the stream. Link in the description down below. We play Drytron on it all the time. Not a big fan of branded Drytron for me personally. But I know a lot of people do enjoy playing that list, so just flagging that for you, though. And then, yeah, the rest of the main board looks solid. There's just a few offensive things there with the ritual lineup and obviously the names, so I'll hammer into that in a sec. Side deck looks good. We're only doing 2 Lava Golem. I bumped that back up to 3, brother. I like Twin, or I would either max out on Cosmics and put in a Harpy's Feather Duster than just slapping in the 2 random Lightning Stones. I get it. Like, he's going for versatility here, which is fair. But I'd try and make room for the 3rd Lava Golem and either max out the Cosmics, add in Harpies, or go for the... you know what? You do you, fam. You do you. As long as it's not playing beta. Extra deck looks completely interesting. This is where things get a little divergent. And I know it's not easy to see on the screenshot. We're playing Ultimaya Zulkin combo with Crystal Wing. It's actually a really cool combo. I suggest checking out Paul Pelican's channel. I believe that's where I first saw it. But you can definitely find it elsewhere on YouTube. I've never done a video on it because I don't like it. It's not my type of combo. But it's still really, really cool. Maybe that's where the second Ida 10 comes in, but again, it's not mandatory for that combo. I know because I've seen it before. I've seen it done before, so definitely a cool thing. We're not doing Dweller, and we're not doing Zeus. Ballsy. I get it, you have to make room for that Ultimaya package, but that's a ballsy decision right there, my brother. I don't know if I'd do that. I don't know if I agree with that. The rest of the extra deck looks pretty cool. I guess he made room for extra links, right? So we got Apo, Underworld Goddess, IP... which are cool things for sure, but I wouldn't cut Zeus. I would never, ever, ever, ever cut the Zeus package from a Drytron extra deck. So frankly, all that put into consideration, and with the very offensive thing in the main deck, I got to give this like a 4 out of 10, maybe even lower. I got to go like 3 out of 10 on this one. We're sitting at 43 cards. For what purpose? Again, I could cut 3 slots like that. I'm not a fan of this list, brother. So, honestly, I love the submission. Thank you so much, and I love the creativity that you bring into it. But do not pass go. Do not collect $200 until you get that beta out of your deck. Moving on. Moving on. We've got one more list before we get into the craziest list that you guys are going to see. All right, guys, we got a bit more of a another fun submission from our friend Clovis T from the Drytron group. Shout out to you, Clovis. Thank you for sending this in to us. It's Vanity's Ruler Drytron with the intent of being quote-unquote a bit more budget. So obviously you see that this is a bit more of a budget option. We're not playing Diviner, which is actually kind of going on the up and up. So again, he said it's been treating him well at locals, which is great, man. Good for you, bruv. But I'm going to rip it to shreds a little bit. And I'm going to tell you what I like. I'm going to tell you what I don't like, all right? So something we have tried, of course, you can see the names. All full name package of the right names are maxed out. So that's good. We got some interesting choices. Again, there's not a single Diviner in here. Bro, I tell you what, if you were going to invest in a slightly more expensive Drytron card, the first one you should get is at least 1 Diviner. Guarantee you that much right now. You definitely should have 1 Diviner in there. Because we're also not playing a Manju. You should be playing a Manju as well. Even if you don't have Diviner in there, there should be a Manju in there, 100%. But let's get into the spice, though. Let's give some compliments, bro. So we're playing Dragoon, which you could also sell and pick up some of these other cards, just saying. But, hey, actually, big respect on Dragoon. People aren't ready for it. Dragoon is still a powerhouse in Drytron. And this is a list and a concept that we tried something similar to. After Jose did so well with branded Drytron, we're like, okay, but Ice Jade is, like, only so-so. I get it, you're foolish burialing, which is cool, but if you could make a Verte, why not just summon Dragoon, which is an objectively better card? So, I like where your head's at there, because you can also combo that with an Alpha Zeta line that gets you Vanity's Ruler. It's really flipping cool. So I love to see it. The Vanity's Ruler, again, is popping up big time in Drytron nowadays. So big respect on that. It looks good. Now we get a little iffy here. So Lancia, that's cool. It's searchable. I get it. Honest? Honestly, you shouldn't be playing Honest. Like, I get the idea. You're probably trying to make it so they can't beat over Vanity's Ruler. I think it's a light. I can't even remember. It is definitely a light, Logan. What are you talking about? But are you really going to spend a Ben 10 search on Honest? I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so, pal. So, not a fan of that. Ritual lineup looks fine. Obviously, no Megaliths in this build. You're trying to keep it low. He's at 41, which is a good number to be at. Budget list, my butt. There's droplets in there. Like, what? Spell lineup looks fine. Trap cards is where we get kind of sus, okay? What are we doing with those Solemn Judgments, brother? Get those out of here. Get those out of here. I don't even see how you say this. Like, I know I started off by saying, oh, yeah, kind of a budget list. We got droplets in the main, number 1. Sell those and buy Diviners. Pretty easy. Get those Judgments out of there, bro. You get 3 extra slots off of that. You can make some space in there, for sure. I'm trying to think if there's anything else egregious that's missing from here. Outside of that, like, of course, you can do the consolidated ritual lineup. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not necessarily my cup of tea. I like playing Megalith. What can I say? I like going into Barone. I like doing crazy stuff. Now, of course, the extra deck reflects this strategy here. We are maxing out on the Link package. Again, just like the last list we looked at, we got the Underworld Goddess in there. We got the Boral Sword, Apo, IP, Anima, and Link Karibo. Again, I think a lot of these are unnecessary, but since we're not doing any Synchros, since he's not playing Diviner, no Entis, he gets to consolidate the extra deck significantly. Of course, the Dragoon's in there, and then the Exceed package is thick. Lyrilisk, Double Moibeta, Downard, Beatrice, and Zeus. Makes sense. Side deck looks good. No objections there, except for maybe adding in some Lava Golems if you're about it. I'm a big Lava Golem guy. I mean, you're not playing Diviner, right? What are you normal summoning? You literally don't have a single card outside of Vanity's Ruler that you're normal summoning in that list. So get some Lava Golems in there, brother. That's my advice on that one. Now, we move into the final list, baby. Oh my goodness. You ready to wrap it up strong? I'm at a loss for words with it already. Let's get to it. Guys, you know how I said there wasn't any branded Drytron? I lied. There was. It's this insanity. Apparently from a regional, our friend Alan Marcello Rivero Nunez, I don't know if that's a full name right there. This also could be fake. Like, I'll be honest, this could just be like a meme. But this was posted in the group, and I had to show this. I had to show this. I need to get your guys' thoughts on this, because there's some stuff this definitely does right. But there's other things that are making me just scratch my head. I don't know what's happening here. But overall, it's intriguing. I'm just going to go through it with you guys. 50 card main deck. Branded Nekroz Drytron. Oh my god, if you want to see us try something like this on stream, you definitely got to go hit that follow button, because Lord knows after seeing this, I got to give this a try. Do I think it's going to be good? Could be, yeah. Probably. Probably not, no. Probably not. But, hey, anyway, let's get into this main board. We have Vanity's Ruler is back again, showing his face. 2 Fallen of Albaz, 1 Manju, 2 Shuret. Okay, that's one of the Nekroz cards. When you tribute it, it counts as the entirety of the tribute for a Nekroz, and it also gets a search when it's tributed. Pretty good card in the Nekroz strategy. People from back in 2015 will remember how insane that card was. It was actually banned for a time, in case you didn't know. Did I say 2015? Bruh. I think I'm like talking 2014. I can't even remember when it was. Boosh! Ignore me. Moving on, we got 2 copies of Diviner, 1 Orange Light, and then we max out on all the good names, so good stuff there. Now, the Nekroz package is where things get a little bit interesting. So I actually had to go and double check what this ritual lineup was looking like. Okay, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. But let's go through this. Of course, we got Draconids. Then we've got a Nekroz of Ajabear. Don't ask me, I don't know. Whole point is this card's actually pretty good. It came out of Ghost of the Past last year. I do remember that when this card came out. It's a form of interruption, and of course, like other Drytron. We got 1 Trish, 1 White Knight of the Dogmatica. I do know that one. I do know that one. Triple Brio, which is a consistency card. That's fair. That makes sense. 1 Benten, 1 Natasha. Love to see it. It's cool. And then 1 Nekroz of Colossus. So that one's completely fair. I'm a little confused. Looking at the whole entirety of the build, I understand why no Unicorn. But hey, Unicorn is kind of a crazy Nekroz card, so that had me scratch my head a little bit there. I'm sure there's some combo lines in here that I just don't understand. They're a little too big brain for me. But yeah, triple Branded Fusion, triple copies of the Cyber Emergency, 1 Foolish, triple Nova, triple Preparation of Rites, 1 of the Mirror, 2 Medionis, 2 Cycle, and then 1 Fafnir. So I'm going to point out, I do think 2 Medionis is a little OD, especially with like this kind of cross build we're trying to do here. So that's definitely interesting to me. I mean, 5 ritual spells. I get it, we're playing multiple different engines here, and some work better with others. Like, obviously, Cycle summons from grave, which is crazy. Mirror lets you banish from grave to summon any Nekroz. It's really cool. Honestly, Nekrozes were like Drytrons before Drytrons came out, back in the day. Just a crazy ritual archetype. Really, really strong. But I think we're a little OD there. I'd at least cut 1 Medionis, in my opinion. The extra deck's got 2 Mirror Jades, and then can't remember its name for the life of me. Go to description and type in Albaz. You'll find it. After a quick search later, we've got 2 of the Mirror Jade, 2 of the Albion. I know that one. I played that one before. 1 of the Lubellions. So 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion, 1 Lubellion, and then 1 Entis, 1 Herald, 1 of the Beatrice, 2 Moy Betas. Again, no Zeus. What is with these people and not playing Zeus? This build makes a little bit more sense. We went super fat on the branded package. I get it. How often are you really going into these things? The Link lineup is interesting too. We've got Apo, Unicorn, Mirage, Light, Verte, and Link Revo. Sure. One thing I loved about Jose's branded Drytron list was the spice with the Anima and the Dark. Now, mind you, the Dark is exclusively for stealing extra deck monsters, right? Because if you steal something that could be normal summon to set, that's illegal. But that Herald of the Mirage Light definitely got me intrigued. How often was that coming up for you? These are things we got to know. So, cool on that. And then the side deck looks straight, dude. I don't even got to commentate on that. I love the 1 Raigeki. I think that's cool. It's at 3 now, by the way, boys. If you really want to do it, you could do it. So the side deck looks great. The main deck, though, it's got me tripping. We got to test something like this. And if there are combo lines, guys, comment them down below. Let me know. And if you can get me in contact with Mr. Alan Marcello Rivero Nunez, please, please, by all means, do. I need to talk to this man. Get him on here for an interview. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for this awesome Drytron video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And that's all I got today. Logan JYA signing off. Have a great day. I'll see you chumps later. Peace.